How are you feeling? How long have you been here?
3 months, May 17th.
And what brought you?
That's difficult to answer.
I'm not clear. How is it that playing the piano for people has eventually resulted in your being here in the hospital?
That's difficult to answer.
this the end? There's a noise inside my head of crying people facing death. Is this the end? Is this the end? Oh, I'm burning in the stone. There's no place to hide. I'm burning in the stone. What have we done to the world? What have we done to the world? I'm burning in the stone. There's no place to hide. I'm burning in the stone. This is the final sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to get used by you. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to be out you.
Won't anybody help us? What are we running for? When there's nowhere we can run to anymore. We can't afford to be innocent. Stand up and face the enemy. It's a do or die situation. We will be invincible. And with the power of conviction, there is no sacrifice. It's a do or die situation. We will be invincible.
Who the fuck is Karlyn? She's just some sweet lady. She's like in a knitting. She does like a knitting stream. She's like a knitting YouTuber. She does knitting.
Can we grow up a little bit and
Alt
not
Girl
be
sent $200.
retarded?
Have you
Please.
seen the work of Karlyn Borysenko? Anti-commie cult leader and is obsessed with looking at what actual far-left communists are talking about and organizing today, infiltrating them. They infiltrated the universities, schools, media. She has the receipts to back it up. Primary source evidence. Infestation is dire and she calls Republicans idiots eating slop. Agree.
Thank you for the big super chat. Yeah, oh, I know Karlyn B. She's solid. She's funny. I
The
like
great
her.
noticer sent $200.
Literally.
So
Not
it's,
Ian.
it's not because
Yeah.
I haven't dangled my junk into the combat zone on purpose to get some camera footage, but that's the big part of what's the
Is that
problem.
what you call reporting?
Go
and live
under if
streaming?
you're going to do it.
Yeah,
go
seriously.
undercover. Otherwise, you're wearing a hunk of meat in a lion's den. Nick Shirley, I love you. Take care of yourself, man. Karlyn Borysenko went undercover. Do stuff like that. Like if you want to expose this thing, don't pariah, please.
But Ian, here's and I agree with you to an extent.
I don't know, guys. I don't know. This week might be the week that finally does me in. This week might be it. This week might be the week I finally just give in to the insanity. I don't know, man. When I woke up yesterday, I knew this was going to be a big week. I knew it was going to be a very spy stream heavy week, that there were going to be spy streams literally all fucking week long. And I've been trying to tell you guys this. I was like, you know what? My birthday weekend, where people gave out over Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, like 1,000 channel memberships. You guys donated like 1,000 channel memberships. By the way, you guys can keep donating channel memberships if you want, because this week is the most intensive spy stream week that I have ever done. Ever. And I have done spy streams up to 4 days long before. When we went inside the Institute for Research on Male Supremacism conference, I literally recorded 4 full days of spy streams for one event. And it was fucking hilarious. And if you guys missed it, you really missed out. I do want to make those recordings publicly accessible. I have a master plan to make literally all my spy stream recordings publicly accessible at some point. But the Institute for Research on Male Supremacism, that was just... It was 4 days of just... It was amazing. If you weren't, if you know, you know. If you were there, you were there. If you weren't, I cannot recreate the experience for you. I have gone undercover for days at a time at leftist events, like the Socialism Conference, where I had to go and sit in a room with hundreds of Antifa for days, for like literally 8+ hours a day for several days in a row, and listen to them and secretly record them and stuff like that. I went on a several weeks long road trip last year where I spent every day almost running around to different leftist locations and leftist bookstores and shit like that. I have trained for these moments, and even still, I do not know if I'm going to survive this week. This week might be the week that finally does me in. Because not only did we do a spy stream last night, not only did we already do one spy stream today, we were in a 2-hour spy stream earlier today where we recorded a bunch of socialist librarians talking about how they're using the libraries to create the policies that are driving communism. It was one of the craziest fucking spy streams we've ever done, because it's literally like you've got these librarians who are meticulously explaining, here is how the library is laying the groundwork for communism. Here is how the library is controlling the knowledge to create communism. Here is how the library is changing and manipulating the language in order to literally create the Newspeak dictionary. I'm not making any of this shit up. They were talking, the fucking librarians today on this morning's spy stream were talking about literally writing the Newspeak dictionary just like in 1984. And why the fuck do I have no one on the YouTube channel? Where the fuck is everyone on YouTube? By the way, where the fuck is everyone on YouTube? Of course, notifications haven't gone out or some such stupid shit. You know what? It doesn't even matter. Whoever is meant to be here will come and be here. If you're not meant to be here, fuck it. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I got over 1,000 channel memberships over the weekend, and now YouTube is punishing me for some reason. Anyway, YouTube's like, oh, I guess people don't really want to watch this, even though they donated over 1,000 channel memberships over the weekend. Okay, YouTube, whatever the fuck. I can't control fucking YouTube bullshit. I bring all this up because we're not done yet with the spy streaming, guys. We have another spy stream today at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time. I have posted the information on all of the different platforms. So if you are a Substack supporter, you can find the link there. If you are a YouTube channel member, I believe you can find the link in the post tab off of the channel homepage. If you're on Locals, you can find it there. If you are on Twitter or Patreon, you can find the link wherever you are a paying supporter to join us for Spy Stream later tonight. And Spy Stream later tonight is not just one Spy Stream. Spy Stream is a double feature tonight. What that means is there is one call that starts around 8 p.m., and that's going to be a rather boring, mundane call, but we're going to do it anyway because why the fuck not? And then following that call, a little bit later on tonight, there is going to be a second organizing call. And I'm just going to keep it all in the same stream. And if we have time in between the calls, which we may have time in between the calls, we'll just watch some other content because I think it's going to be easier just to keep it in the same stream. Let me just put it this way. If you have studied the development and evolution of queer Marxism with me, in particular, the queer core movement, and if you don't know what the queer core movement is, don't worry about it. You can still come to Spy Stream. But I'm saying for the people, I'm not going to explain it because this is like an if you know thing. I've explained it on other streams. I will explain it tomorrow, I promise, or another day. If you understand what the queer core movement is, just based on me saying that term, you are going to like the Spy Stream we're doing later on tonight, okay? This is an opportunity that does not come around all that often. It really doesn't. This is like maybe a once a year opportunity, if even that. So that's going to be later on tonight. Now, let's talk about the rest of the week, shall we? Let's talk about the rest of the week. Over the last 2 days, I have been made aware of not one, but two multi-day events that are hyper relevant to our interests that are going to be streamed on the internet. Are going to be things, maybe not streamed publicly on the internet because they're never public. In fact, I'm definitely not supposed to record one of them. They threatened to arrest me if I recorded one of them in the registration. I'm not going to listen to that, obviously, but like, whatever. For the next Wednesday, for the next 4 days, 4 days, 4 days. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, all fucking day long, almost on all 4 days, we will be spy streaming multi-day, multi-session, hours and hours and hours and hours of different nonsense that's going on. And guys, I think you're going to be very, very happy with the events that we're going to be watching. I think that you are going to be very, 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 very happy with the events that we're watching. It's so funny because when we did the library spy stream earlier today, and if you guys missed it, you can go find it on demand. Like all the spy stream recordings stay up after the live infiltration because that's my recording, and so you have access to it. You can go back and watch it. You know, you can go find the link in exactly the same place that you find the live link. But this morning's spy stream with the librarians, it was something that if you only recently joined my channel and I know Haymarket is streaming something, I don't want to watch it. Haymarket is streaming something about international communism and blah, blah, blah. I fucking hate the international communism stuff. I thought about watching the Haymarket thing. I'm like, I don't want to hear about fucking communism all over the world right now. I can't handle it. I can't fucking handle it. We're doing too much this week already. I can't fucking handle international communism. I don't like it. You guys can go watch it later if you want, though. That's a great thing about the internet, right? So it was interesting because there have been a lot of new people who've been coming to Spy Stream over the last several months. And the last several months of Spy Stream have been very intensive on anti-ICE organizing, No Kings organizing, and now May Day organizing. Okay. So the majority of the Spy Streams that we've done over the last several months have been on one of those three topics. It's been an anti-ICE organizing meeting, a No Kings organizing meeting, or a May Day organizing meeting. So it might seem for new people who just found the channel this year because of the protest coverage in January and all that stuff, it might seem to you guys like those are the only types of meetings that we ever watch. No, no, no. No, no, no. If you thought you saw crazy shit in those meetings, we are now nearing, okay, in higher education, what tends to happen in higher education is that all of the really good stuff that comes out of the colleges and universities, and by good, I mean dystopian and fuck off insane, all of the good stuff that comes out of colleges and universities, it happens in the back half of the spring semester. So we're now heading into the back half. Well, not even heading in. We are in the back half of the spring semester in academia. So for those of you who have been to college, think about what happened at the last part of the spring semester in academia. You start having all these guest speakers come in to campus to do these lectures. You have these big panel events of all the faculty presenting all the papers that they worked all semesters with the students on. You have people publishing stuff and doing all these book launches and getting awards for it and all this fake bullshit. You have student presentations where the students are doing their capstone presentations to like finish their honors thesis or whatever the fuck. Well, many, many, many of these events are live streamed on the internet. And if you think the organizing shit that we've been watching is crazy, just ask the people who were in the library in Spy Stream earlier tonight or today. Only answer this if you came to today's earlier Spy Stream. One in the chat, if the library Spy Stream was the most insane Spy Stream you've seen in a while. 2 in the chat, if the librarian Spy Stream was really boring compared to the other Spy Streams. Only if you came this morning. 1 in the chat, if the librarian Spy Stream was the craziest fucking Spy Stream you've seen in a while. 2 in the chat, if it was super boring and the other Spy Streams were better. You really do not understand the full extent of what the left is doing until you start doing the more academically oriented Spy Streams. Because the organizing calls are interesting. The organizing calls let us keep up with what events are coming next, what mass protests are coming next, what type of direct action they're doing, how they're coordinating, stuff like that. When you get into the more academic stuff, it might be a little bit more dry at times. But if you truly, truly, truly want to understand the extent of the problem that we are dealing with, you have got to watch the academic stuff, even if it's a little bit more boring, because we're kind of convinced that they want to bore us into not listening sometimes. Because what you find out in those academic presentations is so much worse than anything that you see in the more direct action organizing meetings. Maria Callis fan, it with 10 channel memberships. Thank you so much, Maria. I really appreciate it. Guys, I am not doing a channel membership goal today. Obviously, I do love to hit 100 new channel memberships on every single stream. Sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't. Everyone was so generous over the weekend that I kind of feel guilty asking. But if you want to donate channel memberships, I do want to encourage you to do so because it is such a huge Spy Stream week. It is a great opportunity for people to come in and access this content for the first time. For people who don't know, you're like, what the fuck is this Spy Stream bullshit, Karlyn? Spy Stream is when we go inside live leftist organizing meetings and we watch them live. So literally we sit there like a fly on the wall and we listen to what they're doing. We listen to their whole meeting. We listen to their whole presentation. We watch the whole thing together. We talk about what it means. There is nothing like being in a live Spy Stream to really wake you the fuck up and get you to understand that this shit is a problem and it's only getting bigger and bigger and bigger and all that stuff. And to see it happen directly, some of you might know that theoretically it's happening. If you've never seen it happen directly or been surrounded with this shit for years like I have, you need to understand this. This is not something I'm making up. It's not something like Karlyn's just freaking out on the internet over. No. The problem is so much bigger than people understand. And people who come to Spy Stream over the next several days are going to be brought along to the fact that the problem is so much bigger than what you currently understand it as. It really just is. And so if you are planning on attending those Spy Streams, if you are a supporter on my Substack, a YouTube channel member, a Twitter subscriber, a Patreon supporter, or a local supporter, we will be getting started. Plan for around noon every day. Plan for around noon every day. And I will be sending out more information. And I will be suffering the most because I will be spy streaming the entire thing. I will watch all of it. I will probably lose my mind. You guys get to take breaks. I don't get to take breaks. I don't. It's over for me. It's fucking over. And that's what we're going to do. And I do this because I love you guys and I want you to be happy. And I am just slightly terrified for... You know what I kind of feel like? When I ran the Boston Marathon, I was on the Dana-Farber marathon team. So basically what it was is I raised a whole fuck ton of money for cancer research. I raised like tens of thousands of dollars for cancer research. And that was part of the Dana-Farber marathon team. That was how I ran the Boston Marathon. And so I ran, which was actually really fucking cool, by the way. And when you're on the Dana-Farber marathon team, they actually take really good care of you as marathon runners. One of the coolest things about being on the Dana-Farber, it's one of the biggest running teams that does the Boston Marathon. And basically, the Dana-Farber marathon team has its own kind of like headquarters that you hang out at before the marathon. Whereas if you're a general marathon runner, you go hang out at the high school or something and everyone's outside and you basically are sitting on the grass for like, because what happens when you're running the Boston Marathon is you actually have to, like, the Boston Marathon has, you have to go to Boston. You can't just, I guess you could just show up in Hopkinton, but you really shouldn't. You're not supposed to. What you're supposed to do is get your ass to Boston, to the Boston Common, where they then load you onto buses. And it's kind of like, you know what it felt like to me to be on the Boston Marathon bus from the Boston Common out to Hopkinton, I swear this has a point, out to Hopkinton where the race actually starts. They load you onto these buses at like 5 a.m. and they drive all the runners out to Hopkinton, which is where the race actually starts, which is 26 miles away. It feels like being on the fucking Hunger Games plane. When you guys know, right before the Hunger Games starts, where they load all the contestants onto a plane and they fly them out into the stadium. And there's that moment of like, oh shit, we're going into the stadium. That's what it felt like being bussed out to the fucking start of the Boston Marathon. Is you go to the Common, everyone's clapping for you. It's 5 a.m. You're really fucking tired. They load you onto a fucking prison bus. It's like a fucking prison bus, I swear to God. And then they drive your ass 26 miles out to Hopkinton. Then when you're on the Dana-Farber Marathon team, if you're a regular runner, you have to go to the high school and sit around on the lawn for like 6 hours. But the Dana-Farber Marathon team took over a whole church, okay? So there is this big church in the area that let the hospital use it for this marathon team. And so people who are running on the team I was running in, we got to hang out indoors. We had coffee. We had carby things for breakfast that we could eat. We had people bringing us all sorts of like running supplies and things. If you needed anything, they had everything there. There were bathrooms. We had to use porta potties. And most importantly for this story, as it pertains to the several days of spy stream we're about to do, there was a chapel that you could go and pray in. And obviously, I'm not a Christian, but I've told you guys the story of the last time that I ran the Boston Marathon. I fucked up my leg pretty badly because I ran it injured. I ran it undertrained and I ran it injured because my leg was really hurting. I went to the sports medicine doctors. There was nothing. They couldn't figure out what the fuck to do to fix it. They tried all these fucking things. But then I was like, Karlyn, you've got a bib for the Boston Marathon. You get your ass to fucking Boston. You run the fucking marathon. And that's just what you're going to do. And you're going to suffer for a couple hours. It's really going to suck. But like, you're going to fucking go run the race. And so I did. I ran it injured and I really fucked up my leg. But the thing of it is I knew it was going to be a shitty day going into it. And I swear to God, I swear, I went to the fucking chapel at that church and I prayed like I have never prayed before in my life. And I said, I remember this distinctly. I'm in all my Boston Marathon gear and I'm sitting in the church fucking praying that my leg will hold up over 26.2 fucking miles. Please, God, help me finish this race. I don't know how I'm going to do it on my fucking leg. I don't know. And I did it. And it was fucking awesome. And it was in the rain, actually. It was in the rain that year. So it was much better to run it in the rain than it was actually to run it when it was warm weather. I will say that too. Much easier to run a marathon in the rain because you keep cool. In warm weather, it fucking sucks. Anyway. I tell that story because right now, as I'm heading into this like 4-day, all-day spy stream thing, I feel like I'm literally praying to God. Give me the strength. Give me the willpower to get through the next several days so that I can serve my community well and record all this crazy shit. Because God knows that no one else on the internet is going to fucking do it. So I feel that's what I feel like right now. I feel like I'm even though I'm not a Christian, I feel like I'm back in 2015 when I was sitting in a chapel. Actually, the Boston Marathon's coming up this next week. So this is actually really apropos. The Boston Marathon is next fucking Monday. I feel like I'm in that church right before the 2015 Boston Marathon going, please, God, let me make it through this fucking race. That's how I feel right now. That's how I feel. So that's what the next several days of our schedule looks like, guys. And because of that, I have decided that we're going to do a rather easy stream today. And we're going to keep watching Amerika, which we started watching on my birthday. We're going to get a couple more episodes in. If you missed this is an 80s TV show about what would have happened had communist Russia won the Cold War and basically took over America. So, and if you missed the first 3 episodes, don't worry. I think you can still follow this because it's like a fascinating look back, right? Like this was made in the 80s. It's about basically communist Russia has taken over America and they've stolen all the property. And there are these rebel freedom fighters that got put into gulags and had to go to re-education camp. And they're basically breaking up the United States into different, like, smaller communities that are easy to control and stuff like that. And they're trying to implement Soviet-style communism in the United States. And there are these characters, and if you missed the first couple episodes, we can bring you up to speed on who they are and what they're doing and stuff like that. So don't feel like you can't watch it if you miss the first 3 episodes. I'm going to at some point clip all these like reaction videos to this show and put it together so we can have the full archive of our watch party of this. But I still think you guys are gonna be able to follow, and we're gonna watch a couple more episodes, and we're gonna do that up until our spy stream tonight, and that's what we're gonna do because it's gonna be a really heavy week. And I'm like, you know what? I like this show. I've never seen it before, and let's just continue with this and see where it goes. However, before we get to that, apparently, guys, after years and years and years of trying so diligently, apparently I have finally made the big time. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm. Oh, no way.
Karlyn Borysenko of the Amerika.
Okay. Hang on. PPP. Hang on.
Free speech or
hang
not?
Hang on.
You know what I mean?
Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on.
Oh, no way.
Karlyn.
Gentlemen. Can we have a conversation about the fact that my name does not have an O in it? I'm saying literally everyone does this to me. Everyone does this. Everyone inserts a phantom O in my name when there is no O in my name. And I'm getting really sick of this shit. Listen, my parents done fucked up and gave me a complicated name. I understand that. But you can literally just look at it and sound it out. Karlyn. Like George Karlyn, except spelt way different. Yeah, exactly. Carolyn was on Tim Ward's, exactly. The alternate me, the on Tim Castle. I know what you fucking meant. I know what you meant. My name is Karlyn. I hate my fucking name. I hate it. It's weird. No one knows how to pronounce it. I have to, and most of the time I can just ignore. I just mostly ignore the mispronunciations now. But I'm just saying that maybe we can pronounce my name right. Okay. Again, I'll let this play. Hang on.
Cover up he's a cuck. Is this platform free speech or not?
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no way.
Karlyn Borysenko of the America First movement.
Also, I am not of the America First movement, just to be very, very clear. And no shade on Nick. You guys know I love Nick. I consider Nick a friend. I think he considers me a friend. I think we're cool. Like, Nick and I have never really had drama with each other, so I think we're cool. But I'm not of the America First movement. Just because I'm friendly with Nick and I'm friendly with some of the groypers does not mean I'm of the America First movement. I'm not a groyper. I'm not young. I'm not a man, and I'm not Catholic. And you have to be a young Catholic man to be a groyper. So I like, again, for the two assholes that claim to be the arbiters of the truth on the internet, it's like, my name is not Karlyn, and I am not in the America First movement. Now, listen. They don't really say anything mean about me on this clip. I just want to be very clear about what we're talking about here. I will be friendly with almost anyone who does not stab me in the back and lie about me on the internet. Nick Fuentes hasn't done that. Perhaps he would eventually. I don't fucking know, but until then, whatever. I don't really care. I will also, by the way, be friendly with the Kino Casino assholes, said endearingly. I will also be friendly with the casino assholes, the Kino Casino assholes, when they're doing things that I think are funny. Going after the quartering, fucking awesome. So I have no issue with it. I have no allegiances. I have no movement. I'm just in my own little corner of the internet doing my thing. That's it.
You're the groypers all the time.
Or did.
But I guess,
it's been a while. It's been a minute.
Well, I mean, we still call Nick gay because he is. But
make fun of Beardson.
Hey, quartering, you and your friends spread lies about me for years and acted like you were entitled to do so regardless of what the evidence said. So frankly, I don't care if you got the Kino Casino banned or not. Karma is a bitch. This is what you created.
And she actually watches our shit, apparently.
I do.
A Flake saw like her watching or something. That's cool.
Kino Casino
Respect.
Classics is saying
yes, I do. I do indeed. We have been known to watch their shit. So that's all. They didn't say anything evil or anything, which is, actually probably about as good as I could hope for. I just want to make it clear that my name doesn't have an O in it. And I'm not part of the America First movement. I'm not a groyper. I am friendly with Nick. I love Nick. I adore Nick. I think that Nick needs to be president. I think that Nick needs to burn down the fucking GOP. I think that Nick, I truly, truly believe, and listen, they can think Nick is gay all they want. I actually don't really care. I don't think Nick is gay. And quite frankly, I don't care. If I'm being really honest, I don't care what Nick's sexuality is. You want to know why? I'm not trying to sleep with him. I am married. He is a virgin. Like, why does anyone actually care what Nick's sexuality is? Unless you are trying to sleep with Nick, it doesn't actually really matter what his sexuality is. So I don't actually give a fuck about any of that. But what I will say is, like, I do think it's funny what they're doing. And I support the Kino Casino as long as they are going after the quartering forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. But I'm not a part of any America First movement. I'm just my own little thing over here on the internet, doing my thing separately from all the drama. And I just want to be entertained. I literally just want to be entertained. And that's it. I just want to be entertained. The Kino Casino's entertaining. You cannot fucking deny it. They're entertaining. Anyway, that's all. I just wanted you guys to see I got a shout out on the Kino Casino. And that's, pretty rad. That's pretty rad. All right, guys, who wants to watch America? You guys get ready to get back into our show? You guys ready to get back into it? We are going into episode 4. Oh yeah, we're getting baseball size hail. Yeah, great. We're getting smited by the universe. The aliens are coming. I have to spend the next 4 days in spy stream. Let's just chill out and watch an 80s show, okay? Let's keep going.
Well, I guess I'll.
So essentially, for people who missed it last time, so essentially this guy was a rebel freedom fighter, counter-revolutionary that got put into a gulag for like 7 years by the communists to be re-educated in the gulag, and now he has been sent back to like his hometown of like Nebraska, but it's like now communist or whatever. And he's in like a village of like exiles or something like that. It's so light though.
I was going to ask you how you are.
Just like you did in high school. I recognized your hair. The way you hold your head, walking with that little girl.
So you never heard from Marion and the kids? Nothing?
Only the divorce papers. They wouldn't allow any communication in or out.
Devin?
Oh, that's my ear.
Does it matter to you what happened to them?
They're all that matters.
Well, then why are you here?
Yeah, Devin.
Because I don't want to go to them like this.
Well, but it doesn't matter. I mean, to the kids, it doesn't matter.
I don't know who I am anymore. I'm not.
Devin, let people help you. Do you remember in college when you and Peter came back from Vietnam? You were so full of rage. See, I always thought you'd be the man I'd end up with. But you frightened me. Remember what you said? If you can't take the edge, forget me. So I did. I married Peter. Because I didn't want to live on the edge. But I can't avoid it anymore. It's come to Milford. I don't have a choice anymore. And after everything you've been through, you don't either. I've told myself 100 times how disruptive you were. Always stirring things up. Never satisfied. That there must be something wrong with you. I was glad I didn't love you.
He was our guide. He was our leader. In our time of peril, he led us to safety.
Okay, hang on. The volume on this is really low for me. So I'm gonna try the fucking volume thing. Ugh. Chrome volume booster. I hate the fucking Chrome volume booster, but like sometimes it's actually really helpful. Add extension. Okay, hang on. Well, that didn't work. Okay, that one's not working. Hang on, back to the other one. Try that one. Oh, wait, I already should have it. Okay. Where the fuck is the extension? Hang on, guys. I'm trying to figure it out. Because as you know, I am a professional streamer on the internet, and you know, this is what I do professionally and all that shit. Where the fuck do I find it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Pin. Okay. Let's see. I'm just gonna refresh this. Let's see if we can boost the volume a little bit in it and see if it works. Sounds louder to me, but we'll see.
He was our guide. He was our leader. In our time of peril, he led us to safety. Now, in his day, for the need of the people.
He doesn't know anything about what's happened with Marion. He thinks she and the kids are somewhere in Boston or Washington.
Maybe that's best.
You mean best for everybody else?
Well, think about it.
A lobotomized Devin Milford's better than an active, troublemaking Devin Milford, right?
That's right. His time has passed. There is not going to be a revolution in America.
I can't believe I'm hearing you say this.
Think you made the wrong choice?
It is louder? Cool.
This is the week of the Lincoln celebration, climaxing with parades and celebrations in
What are they talking about?
Who knows? A lot of political junk. They're all gorks.
Hey, when I get elected area governor general, is that going to make me a gork?
Hey, Dad, if you're a gork, you're a gork. Live it.
What's a Continental Congress?
The United States was formed. Continental Congress met to determine what the form of it was going to be. So there were those who favored a strong central government. These were called the Federalists.
Okay, that's enough, guy. You go into such detail. It makes me sorry I asked.
What are they talking about?
I don't know, something about a third Continental Congress or something to make America more up to date.
How do you feel about that?
Doesn't matter to me.
Across America, in every corner of the nation, a new day has dawned. After more than 2 centuries of militaristic exploitation, America has finally taken its rightful place in the world economic community.
That means communism.
Leadership of the new American Unity Party and the current 7-year plan. Productivity in both the urban and rural centers has increased dramatically.
Are you ever sorry you took one of the areas?
Instead of what?
The overview here with me of the planning stuff in the Kremlin.
Sometimes there's more work to be done at the end of the tent.
Generals are not made governing occupied areas.
If I were here, would I be a general?
You know, there's something faintly untrustworthy about a man who functions so smoothly in a foreign country. How many members of the Politburo have ever been outside of the Soviet Union? Very provincial. I myself am the object of suspicion. How can a fierce adversary like America be running so smoothly? I'm safe by Alaska.
You told me Alaska was a disaster.
But it's clear. We tie up 10 divisions, but they are fighting. We are fighting. That's very clear. Marion Andrews' husband has been released.
Yes, I know, from Fort Davis.
She is concerned. I assured her she was safe under your protection.
She would rather be under yours.
She is.
He was an interesting man.
Any man who allows a woman to betray him is a fool.
In many ways, he was the classic American. Smart, strong conscience, idealistic.
Weak and obvious, totally misperceived the will of his countrymen. Assumed he would win because he was right. A man so honest and sincere almost always plays into the hands of his adversaries. Is he in?
Yes, sir.
Katya, how are you?
Mr. President, you know Andrei Denisov, advisor to the Central area.
Of course, doing a fine job out there. Thank you, Mr. President.
What is the first reaction in Congress to the Third Continental Congress?
Very positive. It's not going to be all smooth sailing, but in the main, it'll be all right.
Very good, very good. Sorry to disturb you. I just wanted Andrei to say hello.
Good. How long are you in town, Andre?
Oh, just a few days.
Drop back before you go. I'd like to talk about the central area. I was born in Jefferson, you know, Missouri.
I know they're very proud of you in Missouri.
Is that right? Well, that's good to know. I'll try and make it out there one of these days.
I'll be to put on a good show, sir.
Drop back when Fetch is through with you.
I'll do that.
That man is the last president of the United States. Well,
That's crazy.
Just lender loneliness. Must be in the genes. Most of my adult life I've been.
So this is like most likely what will happen when the left wins is the left doesn't believe in borders, right? But like how the left wants to govern is small, like community-based councils or whatever. And then those community-based councils report up to like a regional council, and then those councils report up to like what would be called like the National Congress or whatever. Think about it on a national level of there would be no president, there would be no Senate, there would be no court system. There would just be like a very large House of Representatives. It would be like the House of Representatives style thing, except like significantly larger than it is now. That is the only governing body of like, you know, whatever the communist states of America is. And no, they would be elected. No, that's not correct. Don't make shit up. They would be elected. They would be elected by the community. But also there would be term limits. So it's like they would be rotating. So not like you can't get into the elected position and be there forever. Like you get your turn and then the next person gets their turn, the next person gets their turn. And that's what keeps it non-hierarchical, because the communists in the United States are not Stalinists. They are Leninists. They do not believe in the hierarchy that Stalin created, yada, yada, yada. But like that, but like when I say that the left is trying to like overthrow the government and abolish the Constitution, I'm being extremely literal in this. Everything the left is doing is trying to overthrow the government and abolish the Constitution. No, that's not what the EU is, because the EU is made up of different countries. that all have hierarchical leadership. So that's not correct.
Away from here. Somehow it always gave you strength just knowing whatever happened, the land was always there.
Ach ja, very romantic. You sound like a Russian peasant. No, I like a different kind of life. I need people around me, laughing, fighting, loving, or even just sitting around. It doesn't matter. I want to be part of the community of men. Good old Homo sapien.
You had a different experience.
Bro, okay. This is only for Charles here. This is for no one else. How does the left define capitalism, bro? Answer the question. This is only for you. No one else answer this. How does the left define capitalism go? You seem to think we're in your classroom. You are in my classroom. And we're going to prove right now that you are in my classroom. How does the left define capitalism go? Answer in the chat. You have 30 seconds. No one else answer. How does the left define capitalism? For Charles here, who thinks he knows everything. Nope, wrong, completely fucking wrong, which means you don't know what you're talking about. You want to give that another try? You get one more chance. You can either answer the question, admit you don't know, or we will permanently ban you from the chat. Answer the question, admit you don't know the answer, or we will permanently ban you from the chat. One of those three things, go. You want to come into my fucking classroom and act like you're the teacher and I am the student? No, you stupid bitch. You are the student. You are the one who doesn't know what the fuck you're talking about. You are the one that's being disruptive, and you are in my fucking classroom. We have nothing to learn from you. Your job is to shut the fuck up and listen. Now, how does the left define capitalism? Either answer the fucking question or say you don't know or get the fuck out of my classroom. Because if you don't know basic 101 level information about the left, you have nothing to teach us about any fucking thing. Yeah, he didn't even say capitalism, by the way. He said capitalization, but I'll allow a typo. Bro, we're waiting for your answer. How does the left define capitalism? Either answer the question or we're permanently banning you from the chat. This first answer is not anywhere near correct. We're waiting. You have 10 more seconds to answer before I permanently ban you from my chat. Answer the question, say you don't know, or deported. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yep, I guess the AI is slow today. I bet you Charles is Googling, trying to figure it out, trying to get into ChatGPT, trying to figure it out. And it's just too late. He didn't figure it out. Permanent ban. Go away. The correct answer is private property ownership, by the way. That is the only way the left defines capitalism, private property ownership. Even this show is all about how Russia stole the property. Even this show is about how Russia stole the property from like the Americans when it took things over. And so this is all about private property. Anyone who watched the first couple episodes of this show would know it's about private property. Anyone who has ever watched my content before should know it's about private property. That loser didn't, and he came into my classroom thinking he was going to teach us something, that he knows everything. Fuck right off. For people who just joined, this is a show. This was an 80s TV show called Amerika, but it has a K instead of a C. Amerika.
Thank you. We're getting better. Or maybe you're just becoming accustomed to how bad we really are. While we've got a break here, let me introduce somebody. He's a new exile, and I'd like for you to make him feel a little at home, our version of the welcome wagon. This is someone who...
So exiles, for people who didn't watch the first 3 episodes, exiles are basically people who fucked up and went against whatever the communist regime wanted. And then they got sent to re-education camp. And then after they got sent to re-education camp, they got sent to some exile community where they're not allowed to go outside of like a 25-mile radius. Like they have to stay exiled in the countryside so that they don't infect like the good communists in the party or something like that.
I've never met, but it means a lot to me. Maybe to a lot of us. In a way, he's partially responsible for my being here. It was because of him that I rejected the policies of the new America. He awakened a feeling in me that was pretty dormant all my life. The feeling of being an American. Not just doing what I could for myself and for my family and paying my taxes, but realizing that it took more than that. Enough to land me here. I don't want to embarrass him or intrude upon his privacy, but he's here with us now. Well, let's welcome the former representative to the Congress of the United States from the state of Massachusetts, and the only real candidate for president in the 1988 elections, Devin Milford.
Coming. All right, everybody, mask down. If anything happens, just scatter. Let's go, man. Let's go. Make sure you're not carrying anything that can identify you.
Wolverines! Yo. Hey, thanks, Fosnots, for the super chat. I appreciate it. Are we getting through the remaining episodes or just a couple? We're only watching 2 today. No spoilers, but everyone should have a change of underwear for the finale. No, we're not going to get through all the remaining episodes today. Maybe we'll have to see how the week goes. I don't know when we're going to do the rest of the episodes. Maybe we'll do some for Socialism Saturday because it's going to be a long day on Saturday. But no, we're only going to be watching a couple episodes today before our spy stream tonight. Yeah, Red Dawn is the best. Yeah. Valid point.
The hell you guys doing? Hey, is he all right? Yeah, he's fine. All right. Is the back moving? Yes. All right.
Gotta release the circuit.
Do it. Okay, move. All right, just to make sure he's done it, you're gonna open it.
I got the CD. What are you, amateurs? Dumb enough to fool around.
Come on. Move, let's go.
Gun on him.
Come on, move.
Hurry up, man.
I need rope in the bottle.
Hurry up, man.
Oh. All right. Okay, be careful. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. We'll go sit down. Let's get light on it, quick. Yeah.
Take some of this stuff. Hey, pull the pickup around.
If we take it, we'll be as bad as them.
What about the people?
Burn it.
That's tough, kid. Dumb, but tough.
You get any of this when you deliver it? They give a plate to collaborators?
I drive. I don't get anything. I don't do anything more than anybody does just to try to stay alive. Okay? You want to kill me for driving? Screw you. I got a family. Hell, I don't even know if one of your guys is a kid of mine. John? Is John Dinger in here? It's me, your dad. This punk's gonna kill me for feeding you. Real shame, man.
There's nobody named John here. Now you better start running. Burn it.
A Molotov cocktail. Yo!
Scattered. There are dozens, must be hundreds of groups across the country, maybe even thousands. People trying to find a way, find something to do.
And if resistance groups continue to do whatever they want or whatever they can, we will all be picked off. There'll be just dozens of groups. Bandit gangs, all right? People will end up begging for a full-fledged occupation.
What do you want from me? I'm the one who failed. I stood up and went down, all by myself.
Not true. There were hundreds of people around the country.
I didn't see him. The Russians did, the party did, those building the new Amerika did. How in the hell do you think we got here?
Doesn't matter.
You're just gonna sit here and do nothing. You're not even going.
You ever get tired of balalaika?
Treason. Getting tired. Although balalaika is treason. Hanyashevle, by the firing squad.
It's the best way. A lifetime of the balalaika, my God.
Maybe, who knows, in a few years, we'll be learning Chinese music.
Do you remember that class at the Institute? The meaning of decadent rock and roll. Conquer the West through rhythm and blues.
Soon, my friend, we must remember that we are Russian. Our superiors see our hold on the world cracking. China, Africa. Did you know? There was a rebellion in Manchuria, our own Manchuria, last year. They want a solution to the American problem resolved quickly. Otherwise, they might just selectively attack 4 or 5 American cities. It's actually in a memo from the planning group. I have seen it.
Why?
When you lose and fail, it is understandable when you win and fail. That brings madness. But we will not let that happen, will we? We will solve it our way. You and your Mr. Bradford will lead the way. The central area is going to be the first to secede from the United States of America.
I think we can handle this. The contents were burned, not stolen. That makes it terrorism. Our mission is to protect the community from terrorist acts.
Put an escort on your supply trucks. That should handle the problem. I'm sure it was a hit and run from outside the county.
That's interesting, isn't it? That a few days after the return of the notorious troublemaker Devin Milford, we have an incident like this.
Now I guess you have someone you can blame everything on, huh?
I simply pointed out that it was an interesting coincidence. Possibly his presence excites the adventuresome.
I think prison took care of Devin.
Keep me apprised of your progress.
Why don't you tell him, Amanda?
Peter thinks it would upset things.
Oh.
He doesn't want any trouble right now.
Well, what am I supposed to tell him?
I don't know.
No, what am I supposed to
no,
tell
I
him?
don't know.
Well, what? That somehow Marion has ended up on top of things? That his 2 kids have become these wonderful party members? That he should really just stay in Milford and become a day laborer and forget about having a family?
You know, he at least deserves to know. Here's children. What's happened to them?
What are the vetting procedures like in far left groups? Do they gauge you on whether or not you understand their lingo? Oh, they can tell if you don't speak their language. Like 100%. Like, okay, so in the stuff that I've done, I've never put myself in a position of being vetted by them. I could have on several occasions. There were multiple groups that tried to get me into a vetting process, but I kind of just ignored them and I didn't go with it. And because like I can get into a lot of their meetings and stuff and I can go to their events without being officially vetted by them. The only time you would be vetted by them is if they were like trying to bring you in to do more like direct action stuff. Like they were gonna like they were trying to like get you to become part of their cadre or whatever, like the higher level like leadership, which like they recruit people into their groups and they vet them and they try to basically train them up to like build them as cadre. Those are the most invested people in any of those groups. I have never put myself in a position of getting into like a vetting pipeline because I would get exposed very quickly. They want to talk to you in person, they want to talk to you on the phone. But what I will tell you is if you go to a leftist event and you do not speak their language, they will fucking know it. I've seen this happen over and over again. We have watched on video as conservatives like go to their meetings and conservatives try to fit in and they don't speak the leftist language and they don't understand them and they are identified immediately by the left. And they might not say anything. They're not going to kick them. They're going to be gracious. They're not going to kick them out of the meeting. But it's like, you can tell by the way they're talking to them, they know what's up. You can tell by the way that like they will know immediately if you do not speak their language. And they will be suspicious of it. So if you're going to go to leftist events, like if you're going to go to anarchist book fairs, if you're going to go to zine fairs, if you're going to go to things where you're going to have a lot of, if you're going to go to the May Day protests, like the May Day protests that are coming up in a couple weeks, you need to learn how to speak their language. This was less important at something like the No Kings protest because the No Kings protest was a progressive protest. Most of the people there were progressives. However, if you're doing something that's more far leftist, you have got to learn to speak their language. Otherwise, they're going to be able to identify you like very, very, very quickly. Yeah, we've literally seen this happen where conservatives go in and they're like, hey there, fellow communists. It's like, it's so obvious and it's obvious to everyone watching, except for the conservative who thinks that they blend right in, but they don't.
For 6 years, he sat in that prison camp, devastated that he may have hurt them.
Yeah, well, I guess the joke's on him. I'm sorry. I guess my sensitivity level isn't what it used to be. Hey, Deb. Hi.
Allie,
Atonement?
putting the prison skills to good use.
Yeah, well, always was one of your favorite jobs, wasn't it? Dev, do you still care about Caleb? Billy? Marion?
Little Gray Cells says, could you just state that you don't know the lingo yet, but you want to learn more? No, I wouldn't ever go to a socialist meeting and say, hey, listen, socialists, I don't know your language yet, but I'm a newbie here. No. That's not what I would do. That's not how I would play it at all. What I would say is I would start if I were, okay. I would maybe say something like, what brings you here? You know, I'm just really against all this bullshit Trump is doing in Iran. I fucking hate Israel, and I don't even know where to go to find people like me anymore. I would do something like that. Play total fucking noob. You're disaffected. You fucking hate the war stuff. Like hitting them on the anti-war stuff is a really easy way to find connection with communists. Which just happens to be true for most of us too. So it's always better when you can default to the truth. And then just like, I don't know anything about this. Can you what do you guys do? What do you guys believe? I don't even know where to find the anti-war people anymore. I would play total fucking dumb, total noob. Give them something to teach you is the thing, because like they love teaching you, they love bringing you in and educating you. Yeah, the DSA does hold orientation meetings. That's very, very true. That's actually, if you guys want to get into doing like long-term infiltration stuff, join your local DSA. Join your local DSA and just have it be like you're a total noob. Just like I said, like, fuck Trump, fuck this war bullshit, fuck Israel. Like, the Democrats aren't helping us. The Republicans fucking suck. I'm looking for another way, and you guys seem to like have some more semblance of what's going on. That's exactly how I would play it. Join the DSA as someone who's totally disaffected because you hate Trump, you hate the Democrats, you hate the war shit. Join their meetings, go to the orientation, walk the path that the newbies walk, and that can be a way to like get yourself involved very easily in a way that you can kind of like build that over time. But like, honestly, joining your local DSA and letting us know what they're doing is one of the very best ways you can help the community. It's going to be like $5 a month or something. You're going to have to pay them dues of some sort, but usually you can get down like $5, like $5 a month or something like that. Which like, yeah, I guess like a tax write-off or like whatever. But yeah, that's how I would play that. And guys, just learn the fucking language. Honestly, just learn the fucking language. Take the classes I've given you on the Substack. Come to the streams. Just learn the language. The more you listen to the left, the more you're going to understand the language. And it's like, you definitely like the left has a certain cadence with which they talk, and you will just learn how to identify it, and you will learn how to like reenact it over time. And then the more you watch this stuff, it's like learning any new language. It's like you have to learn how to say the accent correctly. You have to learn how to say the R's correctly. You have to learn when to use lay and when to use la, or like whatever the fuck it is. It's just practice, guys. That's all it is. Everyone can learn how to do this.
I know where they are.
I gotta see my kids. Read this. It's a condition of your parole. You're not to see Marion or the kids. No contact. Nothing.
They're my children, Peter. I got a right to see
You
them.
got no rights. Don't you understand that?
They're not his children.
You're a political dissenter. You're an exile. You don't have any rights.
At least let me get word to them. Let them know I'm
Dev,
where I am.
please. Don't make it tough. They'll send you back. Look, if somebody told me that I couldn't see Jackie or Scott, I don't know what I'd tell them to... Do it, Kevin! That's what I'm telling you. As far as you're concerned, they might as well be dead.
Where were you last night?
Here.
What? You're under arrest.
Thanks, Trillis. I appreciate that.
Pass me a piece of bread, please.
You look like bumblebees.
School colors.
This is really lame. Too bad we didn't move before this dumb parade.
A little civic pride won't hurt you two guys.
We go to Omaha. There's a great coach up there. Leon Henderson. Used to be power forward for the Bulls. Tell me 4 years area champs. 2 national.
Got into some kind of political trouble, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't know. Shot off his mouth or something. But now he's coaching Omaha, junior pro. And that's my track.
Honey, I think you should finish school.
Well, it's not really state ownership, and it's more like the children belong to everyone. It's a subtle nuance. I know what you're saying though, but you would think this would matter, but in my experience, when I try to explain to people that the left believes that parental rights are a form of private property ownership, and this is why they want to abolish the family for reasons X, Y, B, and Z, and here's what's going to happen after they abolish the nuclear family. In my experience, most conservatives pretend to care, and then they don't really give a fuck, honestly.
I want to play. If I get in, I've got it made.
Look, if it's what he wants to do.
You've just become a part of this whole sports thing. Making people feel... I don't know,
Proud?
like
Uh-oh, competitive. Sports are competitive.
they use sports as a pacifier.
Capitalism.
The circus part of bread and circuses.
God, Mom, you're weird, you know that? Bread and circuses? What's that?
That's when you give people things to distract them from what's really going on. The Romans did it.
Can you believe it? A kid who actually learned something in school.
Hey, Ma, lighten up. You take things too seriously, you know? Listen, I'll be a big star and say, "Hi, Ma," when they show me on that net.
I look forward to that.
Andre Denisov. Something's up. He wants me to meet him in Chicago day after tomorrow.
Hey, Tim over on Rumble. This is not a free speech chat, bro. You do not have free speech on my channel. This is a fascist dictatorship. You do not have free speech. We are not the fucking government. If one of the moderator tells you to settle the fuck down and you ignore it, and then you come back and you complain about I'm being censored in the chat, you are in a fascist dictatorship. If you don't like it, get the fuck out.
Eyes open. Apparently, it's not enough for you to be rehabilitated. There are those who would use you as a symbol. Do you find that flattering?
Yeah, but probably true. Probably true.
Is the light bothering you? Actually, I bear you no ill will. In fact, there's a certain sympathy I feel with you. So your sister. I know your sister. Since you seem to have the potential to become a symbol, it is necessary for you to make a symbolic gesture. A public expression. Regret for the mistakes of your past.
Ooh, he's got to do a struggle session in public repentance.
For what you have come to understand about a new America. The disadvantages of clinging to old ideas. Do you understand?
Wow. This is a good question. Are modern leftists more akin to Mao than Soviet? No. The vast majority of modern leftists in the United States are Marxist-Leninists who reject Mao and reject Stalin. There are some exceptions to this, but the rule is that unless they tell you otherwise, just assume they are Marxist-Leninists, just assume that they want to recreate the Russian Revolution in America, assume they reject Stalin because Stalin created a hierarchy, assume they reject Mao because Mao is in the tradition of Stalin. There are some exceptions. The Party for Socialism and Liberation tends to be a little bit more Stalinist than the others, but the Party for Socialism and Liberation is kind of like its own ecosystem of bullshit. The Revcoms tend to be more Maoist than others. The Revcoms are a weird culty group, though, and the Revcoms, even though they make a splash of protest and they have signs and all this stuff, they're like, honestly, they're not really taken seriously on the far left at all. These are the people who run Resist Fascism. But, like, again, we're talking about the vast majority of leftists in the United States. We're talking like 90% plus. They are Marxist-Leninists who want to recreate the Russian Revolution. They believe Trotsky was the rightful inheritor of Lenin. They believe that Stalin was the wrong person and he created a hierarchy and he fucked everything up. And they do not support Maoism at all. So anyone who's saying that the communism happening in the United States is like Maoism with American characteristics, James Lindsay, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about, because most of the communists that we watch overtly reject Stalin and they overtly reject Mao. And they do entire presentations about this. I'm not making this up. Like, they literally have presentations where they're like, fuck Stalin for reason X, Y, B, and Z. Fuck Mao for reason X, Y, B, and Z. Hope that helps. Look at that cow. Sorry, Victor just got home and I was saying something to him. Yeah, we love all questions. So if you've been lurking for a while, you want to ask as many questions as you want, and I will answer them as best we can. All questions in good faith are welcome. What's that about? Whoa! Wow! Now, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. They have integrated Lenin into American history. That's what this means. They've integrated Lenin into American history. Like, really think about this, guys. Like think about this. In this movie, this TV show, the Soviet Union takes over the United States. And now all of Soviet history is the same as American history. They're the same thing. They're the same country. So now Lenin is part of American history. How fucking crazy is that? Yeah, real. Mm-hmm. Well, did we? Wow! This is wild. They think you're violating the Hatch Act by putting stickers up of a plague doctor? Well, we don't want you to get in trouble at work, old sub. We don't want that. Just, you know, do it unofficially, I guess. Okay, we're moving into part 5. Guys, as a reminder, we are hanging out until we go into Spy Stream later on tonight. We're going to be starting Spy Stream in about an hour. We're going to be doing a double feature Spy Stream tonight. So if you want to come join us and see inside 2 live leftist organizing meetings, you can do that by becoming a member of my Substack, becoming a paying supporter on my locals, my Patreon, my Twitter, or of course by becoming a YouTube channel member. You can also gift memberships out to the community if you would like. I am not setting a channel membership goal today. You guys were so generous over the weekend that I'm kind of starting to feel guilty. But what I will say is we have a very full few days of Spy Stream coming up where we're going to be doing basically all day Spy Streams tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And so if you have ever wanted to have the full Spy Stream experience, seeing some of the craziest, I promise you guys, over the next 4 days, if you come to Spy Stream, I will show you the craziest shit that you didn't know was happening, that no one else on the internet has shown you. If you're like, Karlyn, I've been thinking about coming to the spy stream thing, but I'm not sure. Tonight's spy streams are going to be good. The rest of the week is going to be fuck off insane. So if you want to gift out channel memberships to bring new people into spy stream, it's a great time to do it. If you want to get a channel membership yourself or subscribe on one of the platforms where you can support my work, you will get access to the spy streams, and you will more than get your money's worth over the next couple days. I promise you. So we're doing this for about another hour. We are watching this series from the 80s called Amerika with a K. This is a series about what happens if the Soviet Union wins the Cold War and takes over America and makes them all communist. And it's from the 80s, but it's actually kind of freakishly scary. So we're doing a little watch party. We started this on my birthday stream. This is a continuation of that, and we will still be continuing on with our watch party over the next couple of weeks, but probably not for the next few days just because we're doing so much spy streaming. Anyway, let's keep going. What's the, the revolutionaries. Oh no, the revolutionaries, the troublemakers, the riffraffs, they're going to get in trouble. Oh, the veterans are staging a protest, guys. There's a counter-revolutionary protest or something. Upside down American flag. This is a protest. This is not going to be allowed. I wonder if they're going to be executed. 1 in the chat for executed, 2 in the chat for going to the gulag, 3 in the chat for nothing's going to happen. 1 for executed, 2 for gulag, 3 for nothing's going to happen. Oh, shit.
What is this? Sentiment. You must have had some contact with that even in East Germany.
The flag is forbidden.
Yes, the flag is forbidden. Would you like to arrest these old men? Make an example of them, maybe.
Uh-oh. It's all over. They're all clapping now. Revolution fomented. Uh-oh. More riffraff. Exiles. I want to see the executions. I know they're going to come. Exiles.
Friends and neighbors, thank you all for coming to our Lincoln Day celebration. I'm sure there are bigger and grander celebrations, just as I am sure there are bigger and grander places, but none better. in unsettled times.
Yeah,
I
no
hope
doubt
that-
these are Soros funded. True. Yep.
All of us hope that soon we will be able to
Very
see our
true.
way out of the turmoil of the past years and onto a new and vital life. A life where our spirit, your spirit, keeps us together as a community. We can't do anything about change. It comes whether we want it to or not. But what we can do and what we will do is follow the example of Mr. Lincoln and turn defeat into victory, despair into hope. And we can start that right here in Milford County and bind ourselves together as a people, citizens of the community, citizens of our 5-state area. As is customary, I would like to invite the Milford Party Chairman, Mr. Herbert Lister, and Major Gertman, the commander of the Special Service Peacekeeping Unit, to say a word.
I too extend my welcome and thanks for being able to serve the people of this area. But I would like to give my opportunity to speak to another, someone who is known to you and who now carries a special message of peace and harmony. It is also, in its own way, a confession of error, an apology, if you will, to you.
Oh, public
fellow
apology.
Citizens, for whatever harm he may have caused you. I present to you Mr. Devin Milford, who has something to say to you.
By the dawn's early light, what so proud
I suggest the less you make of this, the more you gain.
and bright stars through the perilous light, for
Try this. Should bring you up to at least 1982. Thanks.
I don't know, it looks sort of Gandhi-esque to me, don't you think? Well, I mean, it might become popular.
Oh, very popular. Many more days like today, and we all wind up wearing it.
Well, I'll wait for the transition outside, okay?
Peter, I don't know if it was such a good idea for you to take that stand up there.
Yeah, well, I guess we don't pick them, do we? They just kind of pop up, and then we either do something we're proud of or wish we could crawl under a rock.
Anyway, thanks.
All our lives, when we were kids, especially after we came back from Vietnam, you always thought I took the easy way out. No, we were friends, and you never said it in a mean way or with malice.
Yeah, his silence is violence, real. It's like a
Funny thing
0.2
is, I
pause
sort of
knots.
took your word for it. For a long time, that's what I thought I was doing too. Hell, you were a Milford and you had all that going for you. Against you. Privilege. Responsibility. And I was just a guy trying to take the next step. Find out where that was. Maybe I don't feel that way about myself anymore.
Maybe I was just jealous of the way you could accept things. Make them work for you. You always seem to end up with something.
Yeah, well, we'll see what any of us wind up with. I would like for us to stay friends. You're the oldest friend I got. I'd hate to lose that. You want to shake on it?
There they are, Kevin.
Kevin, we were so proud of you.
Oh, it's worth talking to you.
Oh, made me cry.
A lot of guts to stand up that much.
Thank you.
Hey, Scotty.
I am.
How you doing?
So, Dad. Oh, yeah. Well, he got a little tired, so he went on home. He looked great in his uniform, didn't he?
Uh-oh. Here's the head guy. He's gonna be pissed.
Is there a problem, Major?
This has nothing to do with you.
Uh-oh. what's going on. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Can we stop with the fucking bullshit? Can we stop with the fucking bullshit? One, the left has guns too, you fucking moron. Two, conservatives are fucking lazy and will never leave their houses. There is no universe in which conservatives and Republicans and magatards are going to war with communists. There is no universe in which that's happening. Why? Because you guys are lazy. You won't leave your house in a red hat. Like, you the only thing you go to is Trump rallies. You expect me to believe you're going to go to war? I don't. Sorry. What the fuck happened? Oh. Devin's sister has been sleeping with the Russian. It's to humiliate the family. Okay. Motorcycle scene. Okay. Okay. There were those who would not hesitate to defend the country. Then what the fuck are you assholes doing now? I think there are conservatives that would not hesitate to defend America. Then what the fuck are you guys doing now? What are you waiting for? Why aren't you doing anything now? Why are you doing literally nothing productive now except spreading lies and misinformation around the internet, which I think we can all agree, spreading lies and misinformation and bullshit is actually not productive. What are you doing now? And if you're not doing anything now, then no, I do not believe your bullshit that we're going to get our guns and we're going to go to war to defend America. If you are not willing to do anything right now to stop the left, you are not going to do shit later. Stop lying to yourself, bro. What are you doing right now? Nothing? Shut the fuck up.
Yes. Well,
I was wondering if Alethea had come in.
she was raped, you know. Did I tell you that?
No.
Right after they took the houses, hers and Ward's, she got mixed up in some fool group thing, trying, who knows, blow up something. She always was a pretty spunky kid. Maybe more than any of you other kids.
Guys, I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
It doesn't explain to me why she's still going out there. Does that make any sense to you? Funny. Some parents are sometimes partial to one kid or another. I always thought. I respect what you did there.
All right, I'm back.
Wanted you to know that. Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, there's no sense you being down by the creek there like some of them damn squatters.
Very true, Liberty. Very true. Uh-oh. She's not happy.
Was I such a bad lover?
Don't move.
Don't worry. I'm just gonna sit up. So you finally had enough. You're finally going to have your revenge. Have you ever killed a man?
No. I think that this would be one of the stupidest thing you guys could do. Would I recommend far right groups demonstrate like the left? Absolutely fucking not. No. That is a horrible, 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 really bad, fuck no. If you do this, I disavow you completely and totally. I want nothing to do with this bullshit because I know exactly how it would go if the far right groups were demonstrating like the left. First of all, you guys don't even know what the left believes. You actually don't even know what the left believes. Secondly, you're going to give them everything that they want. The optics would be absolutely fucking horrendous. You would make the left far more powerful than they are already. You would lose massively, mostly because there are a lot of fucking ignorant retards on the far right. And I say that as someone with very far right sensibilities. There are a lot of ignorant, toxic retards on the far right who would fuck this shit up very quickly. So no, absolutely no. What you guys need to do is sit down, shut the fuck up, learn about the enemy that you claim to be fighting, and until you sit down, shut the fuck up, and learn as much as possible about the enemy, you do nothing. You do nothing else. Do not plan an event. Do not plan a fucking protest. Do not plan a counter protest. Do not go to leftist protests and fucking disrupt them. Do not do fuck off anything until you sit down, shut the fuck up, learn to speak their language, understand what's actually going on, not the bullshit you guys have convinced yourselves of. And if you refuse to do that, there is nothing that you can do. There's literally nothing that you can do.
Particularly a naked man. There's something about killing a man with his clothes on which neutralizes the process. It doesn't protect him from death. But somehow the naked body.
I do indeed. If you go over to my Substack, which is Karlyn, KARLYN.substack.com, go to the right-hand column here, click on the thing that says new to my work, start here. I will put this in the chat. There you go. There you go on Rumble. And then you scroll down, and the first thing you watch is this is a 90-minute training breaking down the language of the far left. It shows you clips from far left recordings that I have collected over the years, re-education and anti-communist introduction to the far left. That is step number 1. Watch that video and listen to what's in it. Then you want to watch the 4-hour crash course, which goes into much greater depth on all the things talked about in the first video. And then if you want to understand queer Marxism, which is not the same as gay or trans, you guys have no clue what it actually means, I do a 1-hour breakdown and lecture about the development and evolution of queer Marxism, which is the stuff that wants to abolish gender and abolish the family. So there are your free resources. It's all over on my Substack. Just go to karlyn.substack.com, click new to my work, start here, scroll down. There you go. Free resources. You're welcome.
Unprotected. Ceasing to function. Turning an odd color. It's so much more.
It's cool, bro. It's cool. Welcome if you're new. We love new people. You're gonna get hazed a little bit, but you seem to want to learn, so that's good. We appreciate that.
This monster who has dominated you, subjugated you. Go ahead. You see yourself as the savior of your people. The one who will finally kill the devil. For you. And for them. My death would change the world. You understand nothing. Not me, not your own weakness. You need me. You hate me, but you need me.
I'm no murderer.
Your weakness is pathetic. I was wondering how long it would take until you fell to the temptation of the gun.
You're going to be waiting a while on that one. That's not going to happen.
You're not coming back to bed?
You will find them critiquing Stalin You will, if you want to see them critiquing Stalin, it is very easy to find videos of them critiquing Stalin. Just go to the Revolutionary Communists of America YouTube channel and look up Stalin. Go to the Denver Communist YouTube channel and look up Stalin, and you will find them critiquing Stalin, but you will not find them critiquing Lenin, and you will not find them critiquing the Russian Revolution. You will only find them critiquing Stalin.
Waiting up for the bad girl to finally get home, huh?
Ellie, I'm sorry.
I don't want your damn sorry.
I know.
I don't want your pity, your understanding, or your forgiveness.
It was my fault.
Oh, good, good. That'll do it. That'll let me sleep a lot better. Fine, a little sadism from the bad guys. Why not some from the good guys?
Don't take this on.
What are you going to do about it now, huh? What are you going to do about it now? Let go of me! God! No! Let go! No! Let go of me! No! 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 They took me out and raped me. This wasn't supposed to happen to me.
You don't have to tell me.
Yes, I do. I do. I have to. There is a life lesson in all this. I just wish to God I could find it. I complained. As you might guess, I complained. My protest was filed with the commander of the UNSSU. And a few days later, a car arrived from the barracks and took me to the commander, Helmet. He had the men beaten in front of me. I watched. At least he said it was the men who'd done it. It made me sick, but I was glad. It felt so good to get even. He invited me to dinner in his quarters. He was so charming. He was so powerful. He apologized. He said, that I was still beautiful. That the men hadn't damaged me. But I was.
And here he was, telling me that I was still beautiful, that I was still special. He made love to me. I let him. Raped and raped. How can I hate him so much? Who he is, what he's doing here, everything, and still be so afraid that he won't want me. Pretty degraded, don't you think? You have all these ideas about how strong you'll be, how you'll live up to these great expectations of yourself. And then you end up just doing just surviving. No heroics. No strength of character. Not even dignity. Just afraid your rapist won't take you to bed.
Don't you sometimes wonder if our ancestors ever wanted to give up? If they thought they were living and dying for something?
I bet they didn't ask the question very often. They just lived and believed. Every winter, they just fought like hell to stay alive. Do you remember in Great-Grandpa's journals when he talked about being out of wood and family all huddled together? 60-mile-an-hour winds were tearing at the dugout, and they still had time to write and laugh and sing. There was this entry where he's talking about great-grandma, Irma. He's talking about her standing there, holding her dead baby in her arms, singing Rock of Ages. I don't know. Maybe we're just too soft. Maybe we just don't know what's worth feeling that way about.
All my life, I believed that I was fighting for something. I always thought that I believed in something. So I kept turning it over in my mind, hoping it was still inside my head somewhere, where they couldn't get at it. I looked at it so many ways. Finally, it meant nothing. It meant nothing. Living, dying, courage, cowardice. They lose their meaning if there's no choice.
You always believed that you could make that choice, right? You always believed, had faith in giving people the chance to make that choice. They can't have taken that away from you.
When I ran for president, it wasn't just me I lost faith in. I lost faith in everybody.
Gee, yeah.
Nobody wanted to risk anything for anybody else.
Exactly.
Everybody afraid they were going to lose what they had.
Mm-hmm.
They knew it was bad. They were just afraid it'd get worse. That's all they live for things not to get worse.
I don't care about everybody else. You can't just do nothing. You can't believe that the lives of your children mean nothing. It's not in your blood. It's not in your character.
Uh-oh. He's running away. He's running away, guys. Hi, Anthony.
I'm getting old.
We should have prayed more often. When was the last time you woke me up like that?
It's a real workout.
Always romantic.
What time am I gonna go?
Yo. We got Deets in with a member chat. Thank you, Deets, for being a member of the channel for 3 months. To anyone new, there is always a lot to learn. This week will be particularly intense. Might not be one to test Karlyn's retardation tolerance. Yeah, well, that's good advice in general if we're being really honest about it, but particularly true this week. Yes. Thank you, Deets.
Thank you very much. You made me awake.
Remember, guys, back in the 80s when normal people had sex on screen and it wasn't just all like highly dramatized and like you had to look a certain way. Back in the day, guys, they used to have sex scenes with like normal looking fucking people. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? There is no one group that controls the labor unions. The labor unions are controlled by leftists.
Agent Minturn, sir. Can I help you with that? Sure.
He's going off to be the candidate for like the new
UNSSU?
area
Sure,
or
we're
whatever,
Americans.
like the governor or whatever. Oh, that's it. That's actually the end of part 5. That's the end of part 5. That's beginning part 6. All right. We have made some progress through our Amerika watch party. We are up to part 6, which I think is a good place for us to stop right now, because in about 15 minutes, I'm going to be starting Spy Stream. Spy Stream is when we go inside a live leftist training. In this case, we're going to be going inside 2. We will be doing 2 tonight, and it will be awesome. So if you want to get access to Spy Stream, here's what you need to do. You need to become a paying supporter or a channel member on one of the following platforms. My main Substack, Karlyn, Karlyn.substack.com. This here YouTube channel. You can become a supporter on Locals. You can become a supporter on Patreon. You can become a supporter on Twitter. Links in the description below. If you are on the Substack, just go to the main page. You can find the link there. If you are a YouTube channel member and you've been one of the people who just got gifted a channel membership, here's what you do. You go to the YouTube channel member homepage. You click on the post tab. And when you are a channel member on the post tab, the first thing that pops up will be the link for Spy Stream tonight. So that's where you find that. If you are a paying supporter on another platform, go onto that platform, look at the last post I made for supporters, and you will find that there as well. And we will be kicking off Spy Stream in just a couple minutes. So I appreciate everyone who came out today for this little watch party. It was a little bit of a different type of day, and I understand that because we got a ton of stuff to do. And as a reminder, Cynthia, we're going to see you tomorrow. As a reminder, guys, tomorrow starts 4 straight days of very intensive spy streaming. There are multiple events that we are going to be spy streaming. Well, we're doing multiple tonight, but starting tomorrow, we are going to be doing some of the craziest spy streaming you have ever seen, I promise you. And you guys know some of the crazy shit that we've seen on Spy Stream, okay? So if you're not coming tonight, that's fine, but keep an eye out for the post tomorrow for Spy Stream around about the noon hour, okay? Noon Eastern time is when we're getting started. Maybe a little earlier than that. It's going to be around about that. And it's going to be an all-day affair, folks. So these are the moments we've been training for. It's going to be a lot of spy streaming over the next couple days. And we're going to be kicking off in about 15 minutes. Hey, old sub, thank you for the super chat. Maybe a good time to break out my Yo Newbies post from last week. Just I thought, well, I think I'm good for right now, old sub. I do need to take a little bit of a break before we do our next spy stream. Maybe we'll do that another time. I would appreciate it. They won't let you renew. Cynthia, I will post the link in the supporter Discord, okay? I will post the link in the supporter Discord. That is some bullshit. They won't even let Cynthia renew her own fucking membership? Fuck you, YouTube. What the hell? Yeah. Cynthia, do you have like a Twitter account? We can DM it to you or something. We'll get you the link somehow. I know you're in the Discord, Cynthia. I'll post the link in the supporter Discord. You guys, and so Cynthia can find it there. Okay. We will post the link in the supporter Discord for Cynthia and for other people in the supporter Discord as well. And that sucks. But we got to work around. It's all going to be good. All right, guys, I'm going to go get ready for our next stream. Thanks for hanging out. I don't know if we're going to be doing a public stream tomorrow, maybe later in the day, but Spy Stream is always the priority. So we're going to do that. And I'll see you guys on the other side.
How are you feeling? How long have you been here?
17.
And what brought you?
That's difficult to answer. I am not completely like other people.
What do you mean by that?
People dislike me because I am not completely like them. I am trying to do with my life something which few people try to do, and this influences my thinking and consequently my action.
What is it you're trying to do with your life?
Play the piano for the people.
I'm not clear. How is it that playing the piano for people has eventually resulted in your being here in the hospital?
That's difficult to answer.